Yo, what is up, guys? Savage Boy 23 back with another video. Today I'm going to give you guys my NBA recap and my NBA day-to-day prediction. If you guys can, please like, subscribe, comment down below, and tell me guys what your guys' favorite team is. And please guys, watch more of my videos. Please and thank you, alright? So we got a lot to get into. I will be talking about the basketball games first, and then the NBA recap first, and then NBA games, and then we're going to move on to football. Some schedules have been released for some games, or a lot of games, whatever you guys want to say. I'm excited. I can't wait. I'm going to be getting into a lot once I'm done with these NBA predictions, okay? And NBA recaps. Again, before we get into it, like, subscribe, comment down below, and tell me guys what your guys' favorite team is, and please watch more of my videos. Alright, that being said, let's go. Now, the main question was, what happened in this game? And I know what people are going to tell me. Did you know about this? Did you not know about this? To be honest, I was shocked, like everybody else. No Spider Mitchell, no Donovan Mitchell, whatever you want to say, didn't play this game, and he's on a break of elimination in round 2. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown showed up and showed in. They were in clutch. They're the main players in this game. There was a funny thing that I saw in the fourth quarter that I didn't expect to happen. I didn't know it was him or not. Jason Tatum hit a 3 or a 2, and Jason Tatum hit him on the shoulder or arm, and then he looked at him and like, I don't know how to say it, like a little shrug, or like, why'd you do that, or something like that. And then after the comments, or after the game, he said some comments about it. Now, I didn't know if it was Jason Tatum or another player. And then right when that started happening, Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown started talking to the bench of the Cleveland Cavaliers. So, yeah, that was all around in the fourth quarter. Fourth, third, whatever you want to say. But I'm saying it was in the fourth. Jaylen Brown, I don't know what he was trying to do. I don't know if he was trying to make like a little scuffle in this game. And speaking of a scuffle, Jaylen Brown almost got kicked in the head by Max Strus. Now, when I saw this, or when I was watching the game, I'm surprised the Celtics or the refs didn't let the Cleveland Cavaliers hit a free throw. Now, I know people are going to say, what do you mean by that? Jaylen Brown was holding on to Max Strus' leg to make sure he doesn't get kicked in the head. Now, we all can look at it from the ins and outs of the photo and what happened in that scuffle, okay? From point 1 to point 100, whatever you want to say, from point A to point B, whatever the case may be. Jaylen Brown was no mean, and I'm not trying to hate on anybody and trying to hate on Jason Tatum and the Celtics. You were not getting kicked in the head. Your head was clearly away from his foot. So do you want to sit here and make an argument and saying, I was going to get kicked in the head? And if people are wondering who started that scuffle, it was clearly Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown was holding Max Strus' leg. Max Strus was trying to get away or trying to run away to the other side so he can go and get his shot up or something, or his offense up and running. But Jaylen Brown over here was trying to hold his leg and blame it on Max Strus. But Max Strus didn't do anything. All he did was, when Jaylen Brown went in for the shot, fell to the ground. In my mean necessary, I'm going to be honest with everybody, I don't think Max Strus intended to see Jaylen Brown on the ground. When he fell on the ground, I don't think he even knew Jaylen Brown was there. I'm just going to tell you guys 100%. I don't think he did. Because the way he went down, he probably went down and said, oh my God, my bad, I didn't see you there. Now, I know everyone's going to say, everybody saw Jaylen Brown on the ground. Did anybody know that Jaylen Brown was going to go down on the floor and look like he was, about to start a little scuffle with Max Strus? No, nobody thought about that. Only him. Jaylen Brown out here trying to start arguments for no apparent reason. Now, if people are wondering, who do you think started it? I think it was Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown 100% started it. I don't care. I'm not going to go against him and tell him that he didn't, or I'm going to go on his side and defend him. No, he clearly started it. Max Strus was trying to run, and all of a sudden he saw Jaylen Brown on the ground, and he almost, kicked him in the head. So, yeah, and I'm surprised the Cleveland Cavaliers didn't get a free throw when Jaylen Brown was holding his leg until after somebody threw a technical out and started talking to the ref about this and that. Or maybe it was Jaylen Brown, I don't know. But, yeah. I just want to say this loud and clear. Cavs, you got one win. Now they're going to take it back to Cleveland, or back to Boston, and they're going to close them out in Boston, Massachusetts. I want to say this one more time. Spider Mitchell, Donovan Mitchell, whatever people want to call you. We have two places for you to end up. Now, I know people might say, why are you talking about he's like moving to another team? He is. He's not staying in Cleveland. I guarantee that. He's leaving. I have two teams in mind for you. You can go to Madison Square Garden. Not Madison Square Garden. I was actually going to say you can go to Boston, but I don't know how you're going to fit it out there with Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Dingus Pincus, and all of them. But no. You can go to Madison Square Garden, as I meant to say. I meant to say that. I didn't mean to say Boston. I wanted you to go to Boston, but I was like, I just can't see you in a green and white uniform. But you can go to New York, Madison Square Garden, with Jaylen Brown, or not Jaylen Brown, Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, and DiVincenzo. You can go there and have fun and live the New York Knicks life out there, and you guys will do amazing. 100%. I think the New York Knicks will be undefeated once they get, or if they get, Donovan Mitchell. I'm saying that loud and clear. I don't care what anybody says. Stephen A. Smith, you can agree or disagree. Will you not like Donovan Mitchell in a New York Knicks uniform? I would love it. Number 45. Whatever number he becomes in New York, that literally iced the cake right there. Cherry on top, whatever you want to say. And if you guys are telling me that the New York Knicks squad with Jalen Brunson and Spider Mitchell will not bring a championship to New York, then what will? This team will be scary than any other team out there. This team will definitely beat the 76ers almost half of the time of the regular season. And not even if it was a regular season, the playoffs. So I approve Donovan Mitchell going to New York, if he can go to New York. Second team in my mind that I think he will go to, and it's just a speculation, the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, there's been talks of you in a purple and gold uniform, purple and yellow uniform, putting on a Lakers uniform. Number 45 against Anthony Davis, the crybaby, and all of the greatest players have that has been wearing a purple and gold uniform. Now, I don't know what to talk about. I don't know how to talk about it. But to sit here and say if Donovan Mitchell goes to New York or goes to LA, it's a dream come true for the NBA. I am saying that loud and clear. Whatever team Donovan Mitchell goes on to, he's going to make that team have fun. He's going to make that team, he's going to give all he got in the tank for that team. Because Donovan Mitchell's a great player. What he did for the Cleveland Cavaliers, Cleveland's going to thank him. And regardless if he does stay with Cleveland or moves on, he had good times in Cleveland. Simple as that. But most likely, I want him in a New York Knicks uniform next season. I want him in that blue and orange uniform. I strongly agree of him going to New York. I don't know why people are making, question marks and all this of him going to LA. Don't get me wrong. LA's a great, team. They have a great team for the Lakers out there. Everybody wants to go to LA. When you go to the Lakers, when you go to LA, everybody wants to go to the Lakers. LA is a great, organization for the teams. Great place to live, great place for teams. Everything great in LA, right? But what about New York? New York is such a great team for Donovan Mitchell. He can, with DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle, if he comes back next season healthy. And that's a lot of shoulders for not just Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle, DiVincenzo, and all of them. Donovan Mitchell, he can help him out a lot. So, when Cleveland Cavaliers do lose on Wednesday, it's not going to be a maybe. They are going to be losing on Wednesday. Donovan Mitchell was out in this game. Okay? Everyone is disappointed. That was the whole news around it. Donovan Mitchell wasn't in. I'm not going to lie. The Cleveland Cavaliers did okay to try to get in range. And to be honest, losing to 109 to 102, not that bad. But I think it's time's up for Donovan Mitchell in Cleveland. Whatever team he goes on to, I'll be a big supporter for him because he's a great player, great talent, and I want him to get an NBA championship ring more than the other team out there that I've been talking about with players to get a ring. But Donovan Mitchell's up there. Yeah. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I know I'm not going to be wrong. I'm always right. I will see, hopefully, Donovan Mitchell in Madison Square Garden wearing blue and orange jersey. Alright? You heard it here first. Donovan Mitchell will be on New York Knicks next season. The New York Knicks are trying to get Donovan Mitchell. The Lakers are too, but I don't think the Lakers care about him that much. They care about Ice Trae. To be honest, Ice Trae is a great player. I don't see him fitting in with the Los Angeles Lakers. A lot of people tell me to, get into that. Like, how do you not see it? A lot of pick and rolls for AD, Ice Trae. I don't see it. I really don't. I don't know. I'll talk about it next season in the NBA. But we're focused on right now with New York Knicks in the Donovan Mitchell trade. If it does happen, hopefully it does. Everybody, please cross your fingers so that does happen. Stephen A. Smith will be happy, honestly. Stephen A. Smith will be happy. He'd be like, yeah, we're going to be a scary team next year if Donovan Mitchell joins the New York Knicks. Won't we all love it if Donovan Mitchell can join the New York Knicks? Can't wait if it does happen. But, yeah. No Donovan Mitchell in this game. He was out yesterday, last night, whatever you want to say. I did not expect this to happen. No one expected him to go out except for him. He tried to give it a go. Just couldn't happen. But yeah, I already told you everything about the Celtics. If this team right here, the Cavs, if they cannot beat the Cavs and tie the series 3-3, then I think the Celtics will be a scary team. I mean, it's mainly going to happen, right? We have two teams that might go to the finals. It might be the Celtics and the Nuggets, right? Everybody knows that. It's what we all been wanting to watch. But to be honest, if that does happen, can the Celtics get the 18th championship? Can they pass the one and only Los Angeles Lakers? You guys are going to have to hear me about that one in a finals prediction. I can't wait for that, but we're not there yet. We are still in round 2. We have a long ways to go. But, yeah. Other than that, this was a very short game. As soon as I saw the message Donovan Mitchell is not playing, I said, you know what? I'll tune into it. What the heck? But the Cavs try to do what they try to do. So, yeah. But other than that, this game was It was okay. It was okay. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that boring. It was just, hovering around okay. So, Cleveland will lose in Boston on Wednesday. So, yeah. All right, let's go to this game here. I mean, I have no words for this game. I have nothing to say about this game. The Dallas Mavericks were up, right? By, I'm guessing 14-9, somewhere around there in that range. And they blew it around in that fourth. 5-minute mark, 2-minute mark, whatever you want to say. Now, we're not going to blame Luka Doncic. We're not going to blame Kyrie Irving. We're going to blame the whole staff of the Dallas Mavericks. We're not blaming Luka. You can bring Luka out of this. Luka, you're fine. You can sit on the bench all you want. Kyrie Irving, so much. I really want to put you in there, but I really don't want to put you in there. But to save this video, I will put you in there. What you did last night, you were not the same Kyrie Irving. Luka was the same Luka that we've all been seeing since the season started, right? I feel bad for Luka. I can't express that how much I do. I feel bad for him. He's in pain from his whole body. And it looks like nobody cares about him. I'm saying that truthfully right now. He's trying everything he can to beat these Thunder. And to sit here and see Luka in pain as a fan doesn't look right to me. But Luka can pull through it like everybody else can. Or hopefully some people can. But hopefully he's getting really good treatment. Hopefully he's feeling better. Not a lot better, but just better a little bit. So he can go on that court in the next game and hopefully he can do what he does. SGA, the Thunder. Starting with SGA. This man stepped up in the biggest way he can. 34 points. Or 33 points, whatever the case may be. And sometimes I think, where was the SGA in the regular season? He stepped up in the fourth quarter around that 2 to 5 minute mark, right? Made 2 clutch shots. Now, I know what people are going to come on. I know people are going to have different opinions about SGA. But here's my opinion. He has not been the same SGA that we saw in the regular season. Since the MVP of Nikola Jokic went out on TNT and congratulating Nikola Jokic, SGA has not been the same player that he was in the regular season. He was not dominating teams like he used to be. Like, this is what? Second time in the playoffs? Second or third time in the playoffs? And I know he's still developing. I'll be so shocked if the Dallas Mavericks lose in the second round to these Oklahoma City Thunder. Because you know why I'll be shocked? This has not been the same Oklahoma City that we saw in the regular season dominating. They were competing against the Denver Nuggets, the Minnesota Timberwolves. This is the same Thunder team, not the same Thunder team that I've seen in the regular season. This is an opposite Thunder team in the playoffs. And I know this is the playoffs. Everybody gives their hardest out on the court because it's the playoffs. This is the biggest moment of everybody in the NBA playoff time right now. So, SGA, Williamson's, Chad, and all of them, or Czech, whatever. We'll see what you guys do in the next game. This was a great win, great comeback. I think the scoreboard in the fourth quarter was between Dallas Mavericks were up by, I think, 9 or 14. I just can't believe it. I just can't. Because to lose that kind of fashion, that kind of pressure around in the 5 to 2 minute mark, that's a lot of time for you to go on a run in the game. I don't know what the Dallas Mavericks were doing. They kept on missing shots after shots. And I can't talk about this enough. I can't. I need you players on the court to do me a favor. And this is currently for the playoffs and the regular season. Do everybody a favor, because there was 2 key moments that happened in the game. Derek Lively missed 3 throws. Luka Doncic missed 3 throws. I think 1 or 2. Derek Lively missed 2. Players, do me a favor. Practice your 3 throws. Because you don't know how bad you are making the team suffer for missing shots. Derek Lively and Luka Doncic moved. No, they didn't move. They missed 3 throws in this game. And that's what made the Thunder come back. Can't sit here and make that up. These players, we all know what they're doing. They're running around the court shooting shots for us. Okay, congrats. Thank you. I appreciate that. But you also need to make 3 throws to help your team out. And your defense, I don't know what your defense was in that 5 to 2 minute mark. I have no idea what that was in the fourth quarter. I don't know where to start, man. I don't know where to talk about. I don't know if I should be talking about Kyrie. Don't know if I should be talking about the 3 throws. I don't know what to talk about. Luka Doncic is fine. I don't need to talk about Luka. The only thing that Luka just messed up on was those 3 throws. That's the only thing he messed up on. Everything else, he's excluded from. He can be taken out of. I don't care. But the 3 throws is what I'm pissed off about him. These players need to know that 3 throws are the biggest key of the game. 3 throws can get you a win. You can be up by 3, you can be up by 1. I don't care where you're at. Derek Lively, I need you to do me a favor. The next time you have a practice scrimmage, go get a basketball, go on the other court, and practice your 3 throws. Everybody, you know how everybody used to do those 3-point contests around the world, whatever the case may be? But instead of doing that, and do 3 throw challenges. And I know everybody to say 3 throws is easy. There's no point in doing that. Apparently it's easy for everybody else, but it's not easy for these NBA players. You cannot make a 3 throw. He didn't miss 1, he missed 2. He missed 4, 5, something like that. And I can't express how much I'm disappointed of him missing those 3 throws. I cannot talk about how many players miss big key moments of 3 throws. 3 throws are the biggest keys of these games. Win or go, or win or lose, you still need those 3 throws. I know a lot of players in the NBA that misses a lot of 3 throws, and don't get me started on them. And I don't want you to be those kind of players that make clutch 3 throws and then miss the biggest moment of the game of 3 throws. So, Derek Lively, go into the gym and practice your 3 throws. Now, I'm not going to blame this loss on you. I'm not going to blame this loss on Luka. I'm not going to blame this loss on Kyrie. It's the whole Dallas Mavericks. Except for Luka. Luka's excluded. Luka's out. You can leave Luka on the side. I don't care what you want to do with him. But this team loss is a really disappointment. A really disappointment loss. And you can blame those 3 throws on the game loss. Blame those 3 throws. You can blame Derek Lively. You can blame anybody else. Just not Luka. This is a really disappointing loss. And not even that. You guys were up by what, 14 or 9 or something like that? I didn't look at it fully, but you were up by that kind of margin. Now, let me take you guys. That was in the fourth quarter. They were up by. But let me take you around in the third quarter, right? Let me make sure. In the third quarter, no, in the fourth quarter, my bad, the fourth quarter, around in the 10-minute mark, 10:51 exactly, if you guys want to know. The score was 65 Oklahoma City Thunder, 73 the Dallas Mavericks. Okay? That's how much it was at. In the 4-minute mark, in the 10-minute mark. Literally right when the game went a few seconds off. Right when the game went off in the fourth. Not even a minute in. The Mavs were going, they were doing everything they could in the fourth. They were making shots. They were doing good defense. And then all of a sudden, when that 10-minute mark went away, and that 5-minute mark, 2-minute mark, the Mavericks started losing their touch on the court. And they missed 2 big clutch 3 throws. So, yeah. I can't talk about how much I hate how players miss 3 throws. And the funny part was, I don't know if anybody's been paying attention to this. The person that misses more than 1 3 throw, they go and foul the same guy because he knows he can't make them. And that name is Derek Lively. The Oklahoma City Thunder were fouling Derek Lively more than once so he can miss 3 throws. And that's a smart thing to do. That's a very smart thing to do. If he can't hit 3 throws, might as well just go foul him every single time. And there's players out here that make 3 throws almost every single time. Like Kyrie Irving, Every once in a blue moon, Kyrie Irving misses 3 throws. Not every day you see Kyrie Irving missing 3 throws. Luka Doncic here, he's in pain. So, I don't know if I should blame his pain on his 3 throws, or maybe he's just tired. He didn't have enough, a shot, a good form to shoot that 3 throw. I don't know. You guys can tell me in the comments what do you guys think about that. But all I'm saying to everybody in the NBA, from playoff to regular season, make your 3 throws. Make it. It doesn't hurt anybody. If anything, it helps your team out, and it hurts the other team. It don't matter if you're up by 3 or you're down by 1. I don't care. Make your 3 throws. That's all I wanted to say. So, yeah. But we are going to move on to the games for today. And then I will give you guys my NBA or NFL predictions. Or not NFL predictions, just NFL talk. Alright. Now, you guys see who's playing today. You guys see why am I so hyped. Should I be hyped? I don't know. Because New York went out into Indiana and they got blown out. At one point, it was a 43-point game. Are they going to have the same game they did have in Indiana? Or are they going to come out stronger and better in this game? I don't know. I can't sit here and tell you guys anything can happen. Jalen Brunson's in pain too. But I do know I do know what's going to happen though, a little bit. The Knicks, well, I'm not going to tell you exactly what they're going to do, but I will tell you that the Knicks are going to come out here and hopefully they have better energy. Hopefully. Not going to say and say they are. I'm not going to say and say they're not. Hopefully. There's a hope in there. Tyrese Halliburton's not going to be the same Tyrese Halliburton in this game. I told you guys that last time, right? Tyrese Halliburton's not going to be the same Tyrese Halliburton that we saw in Indiana. Nembhard is not going to be the same Nimhard that we saw, right? Pascal Siakam, we're only going to see Pascal Siakam in the first half. And then after that, we're not going to see him again. He's not going to be the same Pascal Siakam. I'm kind of curious if we're going to see the same Jalen Brunson that we saw in Indiana, or are we going to see the same Jalen Brunson that we saw in Game 1 in New York? I'm kind of curious. And it's not just Jalen Brunson, it's the whole squad of the New York. DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, and Bruce McBride. Now, Bruce McBride, this guy was, a fan favorite in New York. And I don't know what happened. He disappeared. I thought this was the talk of New York for him. I thought he was the main guy in New York. But I guess I was wrong. Bruce McBride was always a bench player. He always came off the bench. He was always a role player. Bruce McBride, if you want to get your spot back to be the Bruce McBride that we always thought you were, you need to earn it. And you are not earning it. I don't care what anybody says. You could say he's been in the bench since he came into the NBA, or he's been a star and then all of a sudden he fell off. I don't care. Everybody has their own different opinions. In my eyes, I thought you were a star. That's what I literally thought. And maybe I was wrong. Bruce McBride, every time you go on that court, everybody says, Bruce, your name. I'm not gonna lie, Bruce McBride's a cool name. But, besides that, New York loves him in Madison Square Garden. Every time they see Bruce McBride in the game, everybody gives him a shout out. It's like New York loves Bruce McBride playing for New York. That's clearly what it is. And I'm not the only one. There's a lot of other people that I talk to that say Bruce McBride's a great player. He needs to prove it to go back to that normal Bruce McBride that we saw. I'm just saying. But, yeah. Bruce McBride, I need you to go off in that game today. Jalen Brunson, I need you to go off in this game. DiVincenzo, go off in this game. And if you don't go off in this game and you guys get eliminated in the second round, let's just say someone's calling Spider Mitchell over. Spider Mitchell is going to solve everything next season if you guys get knocked out in the second round. Honestly, let me tell you this. Let me tell everybody this. Let me tell you guys how I feel about this game. And I know it's going to be shocking for me to say this. And it really is shocking to me. And I'm just going to say this truthfully. I want this playoff season to end. Now, if people ask me why, here's why. I want to see where these players are going to end up. I'm so anxious right now to see where these players end up. I want to see where Ice Trey's going to end up. I want to see where Donovan Mitchell's going to end up. I want to see where everyone's going to end up. I just want this playoff season to end. And it hurts me to say that. I don't want it to end, but I want to see where these players are going to end up. Regardless if Donovan Mitchell is going to go to New York or LA or stay in Cleveland, let him do what he wants to do. Regardless if Ice Trey wants to stay in a Atlanta Hawks player, let him stay or let him leave. I don't care. Let him do what he wants to do. I don't know how to say it. Excited to see where these players end up. I'm excited. I can't say that enough. Because Donovan Mitchell is about to be eliminated in the second round. And regardless if he stays with Cleveland or he leaves, so be it. I'm more excited for Donovan Mitchell, though. Out of any other player in the NBA looking for a new team and a new home, I'm more excited for Donovan Mitchell. Because this dude, he can help a team out desperately. Desperately. regardless if that's going to be in LA or New York. So, yeah. But that's what I wanted to say. And truth to say is, I don't want basketball to end. I want playoffs to keep on going. I'm just saying that if playoff actually ended literally next week, or it will end next week, or maybe this week, maybe this Friday, who knows? Possibly, I think this weekend is going to end. Yeah. But other than that, man, this game here is going to be great. Hopefully, everybody cross your fingers for the New York Knicks to come out. And if that's not true, everybody cross your fingers for Spatter Mitchell to come into New York. So, yeah. Let's move on to this game here. This game's being played in Denver. This game's going back up to Denver. I don't know what to say here. I don't know what to say when I'm sitting here. I don't know if I should say you guys are cooked now, you guys are done, or should I say you guys still have a chance? I don't know where to start. In myself, I want to say that you guys are done. You guys are going to be closed out in Minnesota. Denver's going to get these 2 wins here, and then close it out in Denver, or close it out in Minnesota. A lot of people are telling me that this might be the only game going to a Game 7. Newsflash, this game's not going to a Game 7. Max is going to a Game 6. Nikola Jokic he's been putting up points like no other player has. Except for Donovan Mitchell. The Denver Nuggets, Jamal Murray. I've never seen Jamal Murray come out like that again in that halftime. He shot that half court and literally not even when the game finished. He shot that half court. He said, "All right, we're gonna win this game," and that's what he certainly did. I'm excited to see how the Denver Nuggets come out. I'm excited to see how these Minnesota Timberwolves come out. If the Timberwolves lose in the second round with all this hard work they came from, everybody said this was a scary team. Everybody said this was the number 1 team in the West. Scary, right? Nobody wanted to face them. If they lose against the Denver Nuggets, no Anthony Edwards talk no more. No more comparing him to Michael Jordan. No more comparing him to Kobe Bryant. All that talk went out the window. All that talk went out in the last game. This game here. Whoever goes up 2-3 is going to win the series. I'm saying that loud and clear. Because whatever team wins this game, they just need one more win. So, regardless if it's going to be Denver or it's going to be Minnesota. And let's talk about Minnesota for a little bit, because I talked about Denver. If the Minnesota Timberwolves beat Denver, Anthony Edwards is going to have more appreciation than any other player out there this season. He's going to say, you knocked out Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic, Aaron Gordon, Porter, and all of the Denver Nuggets squad. Alright? I will applaud him for doing that. Am I going to sit here and say it's going to happen? I don't know. I don't want to sit here and say no. I don't want to sit here and say yes. I will say, though, is Anthony Edwards, you were bad in that last game. Not the previous game that we had, the one after that. You were not that good in that game. Last game that I'm talking about, that first game that I'm talking about, you showed up and showed out. You dropped 44 points in that last game. What kind of Anthony Edwards we're gonna have today? Are we gonna have the lazy droughts Anthony Edwards, or are we gonna have the Anthony Edwards that drop like Michael Jordan every single game? Which one are we gonna have? I'm more looking forward to the Michael Jordan, Anthony Edwards, if you guys are curious. But anything can happen. He's his own person. He's his own player. He can do what he wants to do on that court. I'm not going to tell him. I'm not going to sit here and tell him what to do. I'm just saying, I'm speculating that he's going to be the Anthony Edwards that drops like Michael Jordan. So, he dropped 44 points in that last game. I don't know what he dropped in that game before when he was not making a bunch of shots. But I do think that he will go up 2-3 in this game. Or 3-2, my bad. 3-2 in this game for Minnesota. I still got Minnesota winning this series in 6 or 5. We'll see what's going to happen. Now let's talk about Denver side. Denver fans. Denver Chicken McNuggets. Honestly, that's a nice name for you guys. Take your name out of Denver Nuggets and put Denver Chicken McNuggets. Can we do that, please? And then put their logo as a Chicken McNugget. I wanted to say this from like a few days ago, but I keep forgetting. I wanted to say this since game 1. Mike Malone. You guys know how when Mike Malone beat the Los Angeles Lakers this season and the past season in the playoffs, he talks all his talk, right? He talks all his talk. Then, when he loses, he sits there and he wants to cry. That is certainly what he wants to do. Now, I have no hate against Mike Malone. I just think Mike Malone's a character sometimes. He wins, he jumps up and down. He loses, he cries. That's what every coach is, from the NFL to the NBA to H&L, hockey, baseball, whatever you want to say. That's every coach. But Mike Malone is a character. And I don't think we're ever going to have another coach that's better than Mike Malone. I'm saying that loud and clear. Mike Malone is a funny coach. He's a funny character. I'm surprised he didn't, roll into a movie before. Because the way he, is happy one day, sad next day. He's a character. I can't put my finger on it, what kind of character he is. But I'm saying he's a character. Because if you guys go back to the Lakers series, he was happy. He got blown out by the Minnesota Timberwolves in the game before. He sat there, wanted to cry in front of the media. So, that's what I wanted to say. You guys can tell me if Mike Malone is not the best coach in the NBA. Better than any other coach out there in the NBA. Yeah, that's my NBA recap. So you guys tell me in the comments who you guys got. Timberwolves, Nuggets, Pacers, Knicks. But yeah, we're going to talk about NBA now real quick. Man, do we got a lot to talk about in the NFL. So, where do I start with? You know what? Let's start out with this. Maybe next video I'll talk about the Eagles schedule. But let's go to the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, I'm going to start with the away games. Alright? Away games. I think there's some easy games and there's some hard games. And I do think that some of these games will be fun and competitive. But we'll see how the Chargers do. Starting with away. They got the Broncos. Well, we'll see how they do with their quarterback situation. I already know who they're going to get. Or not get. I know who they're going to start. Is their quarterback. It's not going to be Zach Wilson. I'll say that. Zach Wilson is just he's going to be a bench player. Let's just say that. They play the Broncos. So we'll see how the Broncos do in that one. They play the Chiefs. Honestly, I do think that the Chargers will be having a very interesting game with the Kansas City Chiefs. So they start off with, 2-0 right there. Beating Broncos Chiefs. I'm going to say that loud. Then they move on to the Raiders. And I know Raider fans are going to, come in the comments and make fun of me because they blew the Chargers out last game 21-62. I don't care. That's last season. You can make fun of me all you want. I might be the only Chargers fan that I don't care about that scoreboard. Every other Charger fan that I talk to, they cry and they say everything like, oh, that's not a game. Oh, that was just a practice scrimmage. I don't care about that game. I don't care about that season. Because starters out, Justin Herbert wasn't in. Justin Herbert got hurt. So there's no point in even playing that game. Brandon Staley was on the hot seat. And you want to talk about you blew the Chargers out. The Chargers had a terrible season from the get-go in the second half of the NFL season. So, you want to make fun of me with the Chargers-Raiders game, 62-21? Go ahead, I don't care. I really do not care, because that don't mean nothing to me. It's just a number. You blew my team out. That's all I wanted to say. But I think the Chargers will win, so they're going to start out 3-0. Then they play the Cleveland Browns. Kind of curious who they're going to be. I wonder who their quarterback's going to be now. Now, I do think that the Chargers will start out 4-0. This is just from my NFL knowledge. The team from away, there's two teams that I'm worried about. Two teams. And I'll get there here in a little bit. But Chargers beat Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders, Browns. They move on to Pittsburgh. That's going to be our first loss. And it hurts me to say that. The Chargers are going to start out with one loss. 4-1. Okay? Right there. Boom, bada bing. And this is the away games. Alright? Then we move on to the Falcons with Kirk Cousins and the Atlanta Falcons. This one is kind of a very interesting one to me because I don't know how Kirk Cousins is going to be with the Falcons. But if you're asking me, would you take it as a win or would you take it as a loss? I say Chargers are going to start out with a win on that one. They're going to be 5-1. Carolina Panthers. They're going to be 6-1. We're going to definitely beat Carolina. And you know who's going to be playing that team? You know who's going to be playing against their former team? DJ Chark from Detroit, or from Carolina Panthers. I don't think anybody knows him. I mean, a lot of people know him, but I'm talking about people who might be surprised who I'm talking about. Number 17 that played for Carolina, DJ Moore. Or DJ Chark, my bad. DJ Chark, number 17 from last season. I think Chargers are going to be starting from 6-1. 6-1 right now on the wayside. Playing New England. Honestly, I do think that the Chargers will probably funk this game up. I really do think they will, because that's how they are. They like to, make some games up, lose some games when they really need it. I want to say the Chargers will take this, but if they go out here and lose the game on their own will, I do think that the Chargers will, be 6-2. If they go out here and lose this game. I'm going to take it as a win, though. So hopefully they go 7-1. So, yeah. Arizona Cardinals, we ain't got to talk about Kyler Murray, right? You're excluded from this video. Chargers are 8-1. So the Chargers do good on the away side. Alright? Good. Now let's go to the home side. Denver Broncos again. I do think that the Chargers will lose this one. Because, you can't beat two teams in, 2 seasons. Be surprised if you could. But Chargers will lose. So, starting out bad, 1-0. Beating the Chiefs, 2-0 right there. We're going to lose that game either way. Told you can't beat 2 teams in a row. Beating the Raiders, I want to say, deep down from my side, we're going to start out 3-0 at home. Off the bat. Baltimore Ravens, it's not looking pretty for me. We're going to lose to Lamar Jackson in the Baltimore Ravens squad. 4-0 right there at home. And by the way, if anybody's curious, this is on a Thanksgiving Day. That Baltimore Ravens game, That's the Jim Harbaugh squad. Baltimore Ravens, Jim Harbaugh. Chargers, Los Angeles Chargers. The other brother of Jim Harbaugh. So everybody likes to call this the Jim Harbaugh Super Bowl. We're going to lose that. So we're going to start out 4-0 at home. Not pretty from the get-go. Just keep getting worse and worse, huh? Joe Burrow and the Bengals. 5-0 right there. We are off a bad start at home. Please, can we get a good win? Derek Carr, whatever you want to say. The New Orleans Saints. Okay, 5-1 at home. Not looking pretty. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield. Makerfield, whatever you want to say. We are definitely going to win this game. So we are off the bat, not pretty, 2-5. Alright? Then we move on to the Tennessee Titans. I do think that the Chargers will beat Tennessee Titans. And I don't know who their quarterback is. If I knew, I would say. I don't know who the quarterback is. So far, the Chargers at home are 3-5. On the road, they are 7-2. So if you guys want to put that in math and tell me in the comments, go ahead. I'm not going to do the math thing here. I don't feel like it. But, yeah. To be honest, I do think that the Chargers will have some pretty good games this season. I was really hoping to play against the Jets. I was really hoping playing against Trevor Lawrence. I wish we could take out the Falcons. The Pittsburgh Steelers. But yeah. I wanted to play the Buffalo Bills again. I really wanted to play against Josh Allen. We all know how their schedule is going to be this season, so yeah. But yeah, that's the Chargers schedule. On the road, 7-2. At home, 3-5. Alright. But yeah. Other news is, really quick, Tom Brady will be announcing the game week 1 in the NFL. He's going to be announcing the Cleveland Browns, Dallas Cowgirls. Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowgirls, whatever you want to say. And he will be the announcer for that game. I'm excited. I cannot wait until he, sits in that booth with other great announcers. So, congratulations, Tom Brady. And it's on Fox, is what I've been hearing. So, yeah. But other than that, guys, that is my NBA recap, or NFL recap. But I want to say some other stuff real quick. There's been some news against the Los Angeles Lakers, or news against with the Los Angeles Lakers. Brandon Ingram returning to the Los Angeles Lakers with some other players like I forgot who the players were, but apparently the Lakers want to get Brandon Ingram back. If that is true, don't let it happen. Because Lakers always like to do this. They like to get rid of some of the players they had and then get them back in the future. That's not how it works, in my opinion. If you let him go, don't let him come back. That's just me. But, yeah. But that's all the news I had from NFL to NBA, back to the NBA. And you guys tell me in the comments, are you guys excited for these season for the NFL? And I'll be talking about, hopefully, other teams out there, not just the Chargers side. But until then, guys, I will be heading out. Please, again, guys, like, subscribe, comment down below. And please watch more of my videos. And please like, subscribe, and comment down below. Alright, and I will be starting, really quick, but I will be starting the NFL week predictions week 1. But until then, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Please, again, guys, like, subscribe, comment down below, and tell me, guys, what your guys' favorite team is in the NBA or NFL. and please watch more of my videos. Please and thank you. Peace out. See you in the next one.